to detect whether a fractional horsepower alternating current motor is running or not without disturbing the existing wiring. Several sensor options can be considered. Magnetic sensors are a primary choice. Firstly, Hall effect sensors detect the magnetic field generated by the motor's rotor magnets. These sensors can be mounted near the motor's surface and provide a binary output, meaning on or off, indicating whether the motor is running. Secondly, magnetoresistive sensors, also known as Mr. sensors, measure changes in electrical resistance caused by the magnetic field. These sensors offer higher sensitivity than Hall effect sensors and can detect both the direction and strength of the magnetic field. Besides magnetic sensors, other types of sensors can be used. Firstly, vibration sensors, or accelerometers, detect vibrations generated by the motor's motion. They can be mounted on the motor's housing or shaft and provide a signal proportional to the vibration level. Secondly, acoustic emission sensors detect high-frequency sound waves emitted by the motor. These sensors can be used to monitor motor health and detect issues such as bearing wear. Thirdly, eddy current sensors generate eddy currents in a conductive material when placed in a magnetic field. These sensors can be mounted near the motor's surface and detect the changes in eddy current flow caused by the motor's rotation. When selecting a sensor, several factors need to be considered. Firstly, the motor type will affect sensor selection. Fractional horsepower alternating current motors typically have permanent magnet rotors or induction rotors. Secondly, ensure that the sensor sensitivity and mounting location are appropriate for the motor and its operating environment. Thirdly, shielding is important to protect the sensor from external magnetic fields that could interfere with readings. For a fractional horsepower alternating current motor with permanent magnet rotors, a Hall effect sensor such as the Allegro Microsystems A1302 or A1308 could be a suitable choice. It can be easily mounted on the motor surface and will provide a digital output indicating whether the motor is running or not. When installing a Hall effect sensor, position it as close as possible to the motor's magnetic field source, typically the rotor. The sensor should be oriented to maximize its sensitivity to the magnetic field lines. Use a non-magnetic mounting bracket or adhesive to secure the sensor in place. Route the sensor's wiring away from high voltage or high current conductors to minimize electrical noise interference. For magnetoresistive sensors, the installation process is similar to that of Hall effect sensors. However, since Mr. sensors are more sensitive, careful attention should be paid to shielding. Use a magnetic shield, such as mu metal, to enclose the sensor and protect it from external magnetic fields. This will improve the accuracy and reliability of the sensor's readings. Vibration sensors, or accelerometers, require a different mounting approach. They should be rigidly attached to the motor's housing or shaft to accurately detect vibrations. Use a mounting stud, adhesive, or clamp to secure the sensor in place. Ensure that the mounting surface is clean and free of debris to provide good mechanical coupling. Acoustic emission sensors are typically mounted on the motor's housing using an acoustic couplant, such as grease or gel. The couplant helps to transmit the high-frequency sound waves from the motor to the sensor. Apply a thin layer of couplant between the sensor and the motor's surface. Secure the sensor in place using a clamp or adhesive. Eddy current sensors require precise positioning relative to the motor's rotating components. Mount the sensor near the motor's surface, ensuring that there is a small air gap between the sensor and the rotating conductive material. The air gap should be within the sensor's specified operating range. Adjust the sensor's position to optimize its sensitivity to changes in eddy current flow. When wiring the sensors, use shielded cables to minimize electrical noise interference. Connect the shield to ground at the control system end. Provide proper strain relief for the cables to prevent damage from vibration or movement. Use appropriate connectors and terminals to ensure reliable electrical connections. Before putting the system into operation, calibrate the sensors to ensure accurate readings. Hall effect and magnetoresistive sensors may require calibration to compensate for variations in magnetic field strength or sensor sensitivity. Vibration sensors may require calibration to compensate for variations in mounting conditions or sensor response. Refer to the sensor's datasheet for specific calibration procedures. After installation and calibration, test the system to verify that the sensors are functioning correctly. Start the motor and monitor the sensor outputs. Check that the Hall effect and magnetoresistive sensors indicate the correct on or off state. Verify that the vibration and acoustic emission sensors provide signals proportional to the motor's vibration and noise levels. Adjust the sensor settings or mounting positions as needed to optimize performance. To ensure long-term reliability, perform regular maintenance on the sensors. Inspect the sensors and wiring for damage or wear. Clean the sensors to remove dirt or debris. Recalibrate the sensors periodically to maintain accuracy. By following these installation and maintenance guidelines, the chosen sensor can reliably detect whether the fractional horsepower alternating current motor is running or not, without disturbing existing wiring. Additionally, consider the ambient temperature range when selecting a sensor. Motors can generate heat, and the sensor's operating temperature range must be suitable for the environment. Sensors with wider temperature ranges offer more flexibility in different applications. Also, consider the ingress protection rating of the sensor. If the motor is located in a dusty or wet environment, choose a sensor with a high ingress protection rating to prevent damage from contaminants. Sensors with ratings of I65 or higher are suitable for harsh environments. When using vibration sensors, consider the frequency range of interest. Different motors vibrate at different frequencies, and the sensor should be able to accurately measure the vibrations within the relevant frequency range. Consult the motor's specifications to determine the expected vibration frequencies. For acoustic emission sensors, consider the sensitivity and bandwidth of the sensor. Acoustic emission signals are typically high frequency and low amplitude, so the sensor must be sensitive enough to detect them. A wider bandwidth allows the sensor to capture a broader range of acoustic emission signals. When selecting a power supply for the sensors, ensure that it meets the sensor's voltage and current requirements. Use a regulated power supply to provide a stable and reliable voltage. Consider using a separate power supply for the sensors to isolate them from noise generated by the motor or other equipment. To improve the accuracy of the sensor readings, consider using signal conditioning circuits. Signal conditioning circuits can amplify, filter, or linearize the sensor signals. This can help to reduce noise and improve the signal-to-noise ratio. Consult with an electronics engineer to design appropriate signal conditioning circuits for the specific sensors being used. When integrating the sensors with a control system, choose a communication protocol that is compatible with the sensors and the control system. Common communication protocols include analog, digital, serial, and Ethernet. Ensure that the control system has the necessary input or output modules to interface with the sensors. To display the sensor readings, use a human-machine interface or a data logging system. A human-machine interface can provide a visual representation of the sensor data, allowing operators to monitor the motor's status in real time. A data logging system can record the sensor data over time, allowing for trend analysis and predictive maintenance. When troubleshooting sensor issues, start by checking the power supply and wiring connections. Ensure that the power supply is providing the correct voltage and that the wiring connections are secure. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage and current at the sensor terminals. If the power supply and wiring are good, check the sensor's output signal. Use an oscilloscope or a data acquisition system to monitor the sensor's output. Compare the sensor's output to the expected values to identify any discrepancies. If the sensor is not functioning correctly, consult the sensor's datasheet or contact the manufacturer for assistance. In some cases, it may be necessary to replace a sensor. Consider using redundant sensors to improve the reliability of the motor monitoring system. Redundant sensors provide backup in case one sensor fails. The control system can be configured to automatically switch to the backup sensor if the primary sensor fails. This can help to prevent downtime and ensure continuous monitoring of the motor's status. When designing the motor monitoring system, consider the overall cost. The cost of the sensors, wiring, power supplies, signal conditioning circuits, and control system should be factored into the total cost. Choose sensors and components that provide the best value for the application. Also, consider the long-term maintenance costs. Sensors that require frequent calibration or replacement can increase the overall cost of ownership. When selecting a sensor vendor, choose a reputable vendor that offers high-quality products and excellent technical support. A reliable vendor can provide assistance with sensor selection, installation, and troubleshooting. They can also provide training and documentation to help ensure the success of the motor monitoring system. Consider using wireless sensors to simplify the installation and reduce wiring costs. Wireless sensors transmit data wirelessly to a base station or a gateway. This eliminates the need for running wires to the sensors, which can be time-consuming and expensive. However, wireless sensors require batteries or other power sources, which must be replaced periodically. To extend the battery life of wireless sensors, consider using low-power communication protocols such as Zigbee or Bluetooth Low Energy. These protocols consume very little power, allowing the sensors to operate for months or even years on a single battery. Also, consider using energy harvesting techniques to power the sensors. Energy harvesting techniques convert ambient energy, such as vibration or light, into electrical energy. This can eliminate the need for batteries altogether. When using wireless sensors, ensure that the wireless network is secure. Use encryption and authentication to protect the sensor data from unauthorized access. Also, consider the range and reliability of the wireless network. The wireless network should be able to cover the entire area where the sensors are located and should be reliable enough to ensure that the sensor data is transmitted accurately. When integrating the motor monitoring system with a cloud-based platform, consider the data security and privacy implications. Ensure that the cloud-based platform is secure and that the sensor data is protected from unauthorized access. Also, comply with all relevant data privacy regulations. Cloud-based platforms can provide a variety of benefits, such as remote monitoring, data analytics, and predictive maintenance. These benefits can help to improve the efficiency and reliability of the motor monitoring system. Consider using machine learning algorithms to analyze the sensor data and detect anomalies. Machine learning algorithms can be trained to identify patterns in the sensor data that indicate a potential problem with the motor. This can help to prevent downtime and improve the reliability of the motor. When implementing a predictive maintenance program, consider using a condition-based maintenance approach. Condition-based maintenance involves monitoring the motor's condition in real time and performing maintenance only when it is needed. This can help to reduce maintenance costs and improve the reliability of the motor. To ensure the success of the motor monitoring system, involve all stakeholders in the project. This includes engineers, technicians, operators, and maintenance personnel. Gather their input and feedback to ensure that the system meets their needs. Also, provide training to all stakeholders on how to use the system and interpret the sensor data. Regularly review the performance of the motor monitoring system and make adjustments as needed. This will help to ensure that the system continues to meet the needs of the organization and that it is providing valuable insights into the motor's condition. By following these guidelines, a robust and effective motor monitoring system can be implemented, using various sensor technologies to determine if a fractional horsepower alternating current motor is running or not, without needing to disturb the existing wiring.